Hello everyone, welcome you back to another new video on algorithm series. So today we are going to discuss about how to apply master theorem on root functions. So myself Jivan Jyoti Das, I am All India rank 90 in GATE CSE 2021. In the previous class we have discussed about master theorem for dividing functions. Okay, so this is the format for dividing function. In dividing function we have some constants. The a value should be greater than equals to 1, b value should be greater than 1 and k value should be greater than equals to 0. And the dividing function is like this: a into t of n by b plus this is some theta of this value, right? And for decreasing functions, the recurrence relation is a into t of n by b plus this some function. If something is given like this, suppose I am taking a question, t of n equals to t of root of n plus 1. Here this is not coming under decreasing function, neither coming under dividing functions. Okay, so both cases it is not satisfying. That's why we have to modify this relation in such a way that so we can use the master theorem. For now this is not currently fitting into the master theorem. So there are two such thing we can apply here. First thing is we can use the substitution method. About substitution method, I told you that this is a go-to method. Go-to method means if you can solve something in using master theorem, then you can go with the substitution method. First solve it with substitution method. For substitution method, what we have to do, we have to first write the recurrence relation and then we have to replace this value according to this recurrence relation. So I can write it as t of n equals to t of n power half plus 1. Then for replacing t of n power half, I can write it as n power 1 by 4 plus 1 plus 1, then t of n by 1 by 2 power 3, that is 1 by 8 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So according to this, at the kth step the equation will be t of n power 1 by 2 power k plus k, because the number of ones are equals to the number of k value. Here also 2 power 2, the number of ones are equal to the number of exponent of 2. So at the kth step this will be the equation. This will stop at some point. There must be some base condition. I am taking for n equals to 2, so this is for n greater than 2. For n equals to 2 I am getting 1. Getting this condition, this base condition, what we have to do, we have to make this part n power 1 by 2 power k as 2. At that point only it will stop, because this is the base condition. Now I have to find out what is the value of k where this part becomes a constant. To find out the value of k, I can apply the logarithm both sides. Applying logarithm both sides, I am getting 1 by 2 power k log n equals to log 2. If I am taking the base value as 2, then I am getting here 1. The equation now turned out into 1 by 2 power k log n base 2 equals to 1. Now I am multiplying this part here, this side, so 2 power k equals to log n base 2. To find out the value of k, we have to again apply the logarithm on both sides. I am getting k log 2 equals to log n. If I am taking the base value as 2, then I am getting here k equals to log n. So the value of k is log n. At that time only this recurrence will get stopped and we will be getting log n. We will be getting log n as the answer. The time complexity will be log n according to the substitution method. But this may take some time, that's why we are proceeding for master theorem. Right? So this is the question. T of n equals to t of root of n plus 1 when n is greater than 2, and at n equals to 2 we are getting 1. So this is our question. We have to use the master theorem now. Now I can write it as t of n equals to t of n power half plus 1. If I will be assuming n equals to 2 power m. Why I am taking n equals to 2 power m? After solving this you can get the idea. So now what I am getting here? I am getting n power half as 2 power m by 2. Now I am doing another substitution. I am taking s of m as t of 2 power m. This is the first substitution I have taken. This is the second substitution I have took. Now I will be replacing t of 2 power m by s of m. Here we will be getting t of 2 power m equals to this much. So now I am getting s of m equals to t of 2 power m is s of m. How much I will be getting here? S of m by 2. Suppose if m is there, I am getting 2 power m. At what value of s we will be getting t power m by 2? If this is m by 2, then I will be getting 2 power m by 2. So that's why for s of m by 2 we will be getting t of 2 power m by 2 plus 1. Now see here, is it a dividing function now? Yes, it is a dividing function, because here the a value equals to 1, b value equals to 2, and there is a function. This is the format. The format for dividing function is this one, and this is correctly satisfying the format. So now I can use master theorem on this equation, not that previous equation. On this equation I can use the master theorem for now. I will be first finding out which case it is lying. For finding out the case, we have to take two values. One is log a base b and k value. We have to compare this. Which one is greater and which one is smaller, or both are equal. For finding out log a base b value, I can write it as log a value is 1, base b is 2, so I am getting 0 here, and the k value is also 0, because this part should be in the form of n power k log p n. So this is the form. By comparing these two, I am getting k value as 0. Now I am comparing k value and log a base b value. I am getting both are equal. So this is coming order case 2. In case 2, what we are doing? We are again checking for the p value. This value, p value. Here p value is 0. So no issue is there. If p value is less than -1 or equals to -1, then we will be doing some different things. If you haven't seen my previous video, then go and watch it. You will get the clear idea about what this p value and what we are solving in the dividing function. So now the p value is greater than -1. There should be no issue. What we will be doing? We will be just multiplying log m value to this part to make it stronger. Okay, so I am multiplying a log m in this part so as to make it stronger. So the time complexity s of m equals to order of log m. But the actual question is not in the form of m. This is in the form of n. We make it in the form of m so as for our convenience, right? To convert this m into n, so this m we have to convert in terms of n. Now again we have to backtrack. Here n equals to 2 power m is there. I want to find out this value of m. I can apply the logarithm on both sides. The base is 2, so I am getting m log n, m log 2 base 2. I am getting here as 1, m as log n. Now I am replacing this value here. I am getting order of log n. So this is equals to the value we have get from the substitution method. So both are equal. So this is the trick. For the first question, this may create some issue, but after that this will be very much easier for you. So let's solve another question on this kind of root functions. Okay, so the second question I am taking, t of n equals to 2t root n plus 1. For that, first step we have to do is we have to check whether it is coming under any kind of equations like dividing functions or decreasing functions. No, because here root n is there, it is not satisfying the normal master theorem, so we have to reform it. We have to change it to the normal dividing function. So what is the first step? We can substitute n as 2 power m so as to convert it into some kind of recurrence relation that will satisfy the master theorem. So second thing, we have to replace this equation with a new equation according to this new substitution. T of n, in terms of n I am getting 2 power m, then 2t root n can be written as 2 power m by 2 plus 1. Now what I have to take? I have to take t power 2 power m as sm. Replacing this in this equation, I am getting s of m equals to 2 sm by 2 plus 1. Now this is eligible for master theorem because the a value is greater than 1, b value is greater than 1, and there is a function, and this format is satisfying the master theorem. Now a value is 2, b value is 2, k value is 0 because I am comparing this with the form n power k log n power p. I am getting k value as 0 and p value as also 0. Now I am comparing two values, log a base b and k. So log a base b I am getting 1 and k value is 0, so this is greater than, the left side is greater, that's why this is a clear cut case of case 1. In case 1, to represent the left side is winning, what we have to do? We have to make the log a base b value as the exponent of the n. Log a base b value is 1 here, so I am getting order of n here. So this is the time complexity. But see here, there is one more twist. I have done a mistake, and you may also do that mistake often because we are actually habituated to the previous form, but this is not copy of that solution, right? Here we have taken s of m, so our answer should be coming in terms of m, not in terms of n. Here we have done the mistake. You have to see here what is the value present here. This is our recurrence relation. By taking it, we are getting case 1 is arising, and we are announcing that the left side is winning by making log a base b value as the exponent. Other questions what we have solved before, in that the equation is like this: t of n equals to a t n by b plus n power k log n power p. That's why we are making the log a base b value as the exponent of n. But here m is there. That's why we have to make log a base b value as the exponent of m, not n. So the correct answer should be log a base b value as the exponent of m. But the question is actually given in terms of n, not in terms of m. So we have to convert the value of n in terms of n. n equals to 2 power m. We have to find the value of m with terms of n. So I am taking logarithm both sides. I am getting log n equals to m log 2. By taking the base as 2, this will get cancelled out. I am getting m as log n. So here I will be getting log n power log a base b. So log a base b value is 1. The answer will be log n only. Let's solve the third question. So t of n equals to 2t root of n plus log. We have to again check for whether it is satisfying any kind of dividing function or decreasing function. Absolutely no, because root n is here, so it is neither satisfying decreasing function nor the dividing function. So what we have to do? We have to substitute. Which value we have to substitute? substitute? We have to substitute n equals to 2 power m. After substituting this value, I am getting t 2 power m equals to 2t 2 power m by 2 plus log 2 power m. I have substituted the value of n in this equation 1. I have to first normalize it. Okay, so I am getting 2t 2 of m by 2 plus here m. Again I have to substitute a new value. Which value I have to substitute? I have to substitute t of 2 power m as s of m. Now after substituting it, I am getting s of m equal to s of m by 2 plus m here. So now this is in the form of dividing function, and here the a value is 1, the b value is 2, the k value is 1, and the p value is 0, because I have mapped this function with n power k into log n p. So I have to again compare the two values, log a base b and k. So log a base b value is log 1 base 2 and the k value is 1. I have compared these two and I am getting 0 here and 1 here. This is lying under case 3 because the right side is winning. So this is case 3. So in case 3, what we are doing? We are again checking for the p value, whether the p is equals to 0, greater than 0 or less than 0. So this is equals to 0. That means we have to just multiply log n value to this function. I am multiplying a log m value to this function. We are solving this with the variable m. That's why I am taking log m. The actual question in terms of n is there, right? The actual question is this one, but we have found out the solution in terms of m. Now I have to convert this into n. Again from this equation I can get m as log n. So I am replacing with this log n into log n. So this is the solution for this question. So thank you for today. In the next video we will be discussing more questions about all these forms like decreasing functions, dividing function, and these modified master theorem methods. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe the video. All the best for the GATE 2022. Thank you.